go get it. Photo poor, so photogenic. All my life I've been a go-getter. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it.
On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Houston Texans. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Offensive play.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
A good gain on first has them set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll set up a throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 42. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 42-yard line. They'll run with Sanders up the middle, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Texans, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he's going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 33. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. Yeah, we saw that from up here, CD. A tug on the face mask, and the flag comes out.
And we saw that last week they had some defensive miscues like that. And they told us that they had worked hard on it in practice and thought they had it all cleaned up. But obviously the message hasn't really sunk in.
Sanders on 1st down with a little bit of space as he works his way forward. A gain of 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Open man, he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. Devontae Smith, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Eagles will jump on top with the game's 1st score here this afternoon. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. First and 10 now for Mills and the Texans at their own 27.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. A quick throw complete out to Beckham. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. The Texans at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
57's Mike. Mike 57. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. 57's the Mike. Yo.
Mills on first down. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
And I could see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On third down, here's Pierce. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. First and 10, it's Pierce. And some space here. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Mike's 43. Mike's 43. Watch the run.
Option play, and it's a handoff to Pierce. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. On second down, here's Pierce. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
We got 60. 43 is the Mike. 43 is the Mike.
Beckham goes in motion left.
18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Hurry.
Mills. This is caught. It's Cooks. Touchdown, Texans. Brandon Cooks, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. Decision loses him about 4 yards. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out,
off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Second down, back to Sanders. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the and here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
First down, they go right back to Pierce. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. 56 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. They go again with Pierce. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. In motion left goes Cooks. On 1st and 10, Mills. Open man is Cooks. He's got it. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. With his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Point after, right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive as they'll take over with just under a minute left to play until the break. He's going deep for Brown. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sanders. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. On play action, they'll throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taking on the midfield logo. It's a 39-yard punt, and good coverage means a loss on the return. And the Texans will take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here.
43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check, check. 43. Bandit.
18, Pioneer. 19, Tiger.
They'll start on the ground with Pierce. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
43 is the mic. Hey,
First down, Mills. Oh, and this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
43 is the mic. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. 42.
They'll send the tight end in motion left.
43 is the mic. 43 is the mic.
19 tight. 19 tight.
Let's put that team on the bus. Mike's 43. Mike's 43. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
To throw on second and 10. Mills. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Texans have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think
nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Texans scoop it. Then he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Pierce now up the middle. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Eight in the half on is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will be spotted at the 20, so it's a 30-yard attempt. And this one is right. Sports. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. Elliott on for the extra point. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
A first down throw for Mills. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Pierce takes it straight ahead. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 114 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. In motion left goes a tight end. Here's Mills. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mills. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Give to Pierce. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. And they'll go right back to Pierce. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Hand off right side to Pierce. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Mike 3. 19 Mike. 0-0, Mike 3. I got one.
Play action now. Mills. Out to his left. That's caught. It's 2-2 Atwell. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That's good for 28 yards.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Here's Pierce. Will take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Now the Houston offense is going to stay out there as they'll try for 2.
It's just me and you.
Mills going to throw for it. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll go again with Sanders. And he'll take this to about the 24, a gain of 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
He'll drop to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
19 Charger. All day, defense.
They'll try and throw for it here. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Give them 11 on the gain there. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
He'll buy some time right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
While the ultimate result was an incomplete pass, they sure look like a well-coached team because once he got outside of the pocket, the scramble rules come into effect. And a lot of the guys who ran deep routes, they come back closer to the line of scrimmage. And the running back usually runs a check down. He took it deep, and they gave it a big shot and came up unsuccessful.
Back to throw again. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Sanders. Down to about the 45.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The play action fake, they'll look to throw. This is Smith with a grab. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 32-yard line. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
And the Texans are going to have it here at their own 15.
If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Throwing, Mills. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And he's got it inside the 10. A huge play there for Houston. 54 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Now Mills. Touchdown! O.J. Howard from 3 yards out. And the Texans are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 19-point game. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
He's going deep for Brown. And that is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Rolling to his right. And he coughed it up, and the Texans scoop it.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Now a handoff for Pierce. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Another carry for Pierce. Room here to run. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 141 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Pierce. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
On third down, here's Mills.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the fourth quarter.
Ready, break. Panther 11, Panther 11.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll look to throw here. He's going to let it fly. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Derek Stingley picks it.
And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth.
James Bradbury there to make the tackle. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Yeah, Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
154 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
43's the mic.
A run for Pierce out of the gun.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Here's Pierce on the counter.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Going for it with Pierce.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Houston, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, the calendar changed October didn't help as they dropped to 0-5 on the year.
And they will be back home next week for a date with the Washington Commanders.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.